Hi there, my name's Andrew Jacobs and I'm a PPC account manager here at WMG. Prior to working for WMG, I worked for Google for 4.5 years. Today, we're going to be talking about how quality score impacts your campaigns. So what is quality score? Well, it's a score from 1 to 10 that's applied to each keyword in your account. And why is this? Well, Google wants to make sure that the end user has the best experience possible when typing in a search query. And so relevancy is the key. If you can make sure that your keywords are relevant and your ad text are relevant and your campaign's relevant, Google will reward you with a higher quality score. So how does this quality score come about? How is it made up? Well, there are three main factors as to making sure that you can get a good quality score on your keywords. There's landing pages, ad text, and there's the actual campaign construction. So if we talk first about landing pages, your site has obviously many pages, and for your purposes you want to make sure that the end user gets on the best landing page possible, which has the most relevant information based on what they're actually typing in. So it does you justice that you make sure that your ads go to the right landing pages, then it makes sense. But from a Google's perspective, it looks at the back end of your coding, sees what the site's all about in that particular page, and if it can see relevancy of the keywords to the landing page, it will reward you, and that's your first tick with regards to quality score. Your second is your ad text itself. Now you've got 25 characters for your headline, you've got 2 lines of 35 characters for the body, and then you've got the display URL as well. So your 25 character headline really should be reserved for the keyword phrases themselves. Make sure you've got that keyword in the headline. And in order to do that, we recommend that you certainly don't have any more than 20 keywords, but ideally 12. And if you've got even less, 1 or 2 keywords in your ad group, making sure that that phrase is in the headline is really key. The body needs to try and crowbar in a couple of keyword phrases as well, but you've got to try and balance that with making it interesting and also putting in your calls to action and trying to stand out from the rest of the adverts that are on the page as well. So once you've got your ad text right, then really it's important that you get your construction right as well. So making sure that every ad group has 2 to 3 ads in there with a slight differential of the words and phrasing is really healthy. Google will recognize that as well, and making sure that you're proactive with your campaigns as well by adding in your negative keywords. When Google can see that a campaign's progressing and developing, your quality score will stay high as well. Tips for you there, in the display URL, if you've got a short domain name and you put a / in your display URL, if you can try and put more of the keyword phrase in there, that helps higher relevancy, and it doesn't have to match the destination URL in terms of the landing page, as long as your domain name's in there properly. Second tip for you is when you start a campaign, inevitably you're going to end up with 5s and 6s to begin with. Google doesn't give you a 10 out of 10 to start with and lose it. You have to kind of earn it. So if you bid aggressively, what that means is you get yourself into the top positions in the page, and your click-through rate will be much higher than on the right-hand side. Now, click-through rate is basically the number of times your ad is shown, which are impressions, versus the number of times it's clicked on, which are clicks. And if you can get a higher click-through rate because your ad's more relevant and you're also at the top of the page, Google will give you a higher quality score. So, in terms of impact of how much quality score is in terms of importance, your ranking on the page is your bid times your quality score. So, if we give an example here of a 9 out of 10 score on a keyword, and you set a bid price of £1, then your ranking is 1 times 9, which is 9. If you've only got a quality score of 4, and you set a bid price of £2 on that, then the best that you can achieve is 2 times 4, which is 8. So when people ask me how much is it to get to the top of the page on PPC, I would say, well, that absolutely depends on your quality score. You could literally be paying half the price of the person below you and appearing above them in the search rankings because of your superior quality score. So in conclusion, making sure that your landing pages are relevant, that your ad text is relevant, and that your construction sound will lead you to a high quality score, which will lower your cost per click, and if you maintain your conversion rates, get you a higher ROI return off the back of that. If you've got any questions with regards to this, please feel to get in touch with us here at WMG. My name's Andrew Jacobs. Thank you for listening.